Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we repealing back the shiny gold layer of one of America's most fascinating eras, the Gilded Age. The late 19th century was a time of incredible wealth, towering skyscrapers and dazzling inventions. Names like Carnegie, Rockefeller, and Vanderbilt became synonymous with unimaginable fortunes. It seemed like America was on top of the world, a land of endless opportunity. But as Mark Twain, who coined the term Gilded Age, suggested, all that glitters isn't gold. Beneath the shimmering surface, a much darker reality was brewing. A reality that would eventually bring this era of excess to a dramatic close. So, what was life really like for the average person? While a handful of industrialists built empires, the vast majority of Americans, especially immigrants and factory workers, faced grueling conditions. They worked 12-hour days, 7 days a week, in dangerous factories for pennies. There were no safety regulations, no minimum wage, and child labor was rampant. Children as young as 5 years old were sent to work in mines and mills. The gleaming mansions on Fifth Avenue were built on the backs of a struggling working class, crammed into overcrowded, unsanitary tenements in cities like New York and Chicago. Disease spread like wildfire in these neighborhoods. This massive gap between the ultra-rich and the dirt poor created a powder keg of social tension. People were getting angry. They saw the corruption, the political machines that ran cities, and the monopolies, or trusts, that controlled entire industries, crushing any competition and keeping prices high. This wasn't the American dream they were promised. So they started to fight back. Labor unions began to organize, demanding better wages, safer working conditions, and an 8-hour workday. These demands were often met with brutal resistance from company owners and even the government. The late 1800s and early 1900s were rocked by a series of violent labor strikes. Events like the Haymarket affair in Chicago, the Homestead strike at Carnegie's steel plant, and the Pullman strike, which paralyzed the nation's railways, showed just how desperate and divided the country had become. These weren't peaceful protests, they were battles. People lost their lives fighting for basic rights we often take for granted today. At the same time, a political movement known as populism was gaining steam, especially among farmers who were being crushed by debt and railroad monopolies. They demanded government intervention to regulate big business and help the common man. The end of the Gilded Age wasn't a single event, but a slow burn that exploded into the progressive era. Muckraking journalists like Upton Sinclair, with his shocking novel, The Jungle, exposed the filthy secrets of the meatpacking industry and the horrific plight of workers. Photographers like Jacob Riis showed the wealthy the shocking poverty hidden in the city slums. Public outrage reached a boiling point. People demanded change, and politicians had to listen. Leaders like Theodore Roosevelt took on the powerful trusts, earning the nickname Trust Buster. New laws were passed to protect consumers, regulate businesses, and improve working conditions. The 16th Amendment was ratified, creating a federal income tax, a radical idea at the time, designed to make the wealthy pay their fair share. The gilded veneer had been stripped away, revealing the rot underneath. And in its place, a new, more progressive America began to take shape, proving that even in the darkest of times, the fight for a fairer society can and does create change. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into history interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.